Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 American cruiser, Baltimore. She has 42,700 health, a top speed of 32.5 knots, 9 203mm guns, 12 secondary guns, a surface detect of 10.8 kilometers, and 68 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, improved main battery range, reduced the chance of flood and fire, improved acceleration, improved steering mod. For my commander, basic firing training, basic survivability, expert marksman, superintendent, demolition expert, and concealment. We are on the map Sea of Fortune, and it's been a while since I played the Baltimore. It's been so long that radar was introduced to it, and improved acceleration was added to a normal build for it. Also, steering module 3 is almost a must-have if you intend to be close to the target. There are viable strategies where you go full concealment even now, but I'm not that type of person. I'm willing to give up a little bit of concealment in order to be very agile when an enemy is firing on my ship. I'm kind of enjoying this build, and I played the Hindenburg on stream. Everyone was at near max range. I wasn't using a range mod. I kind of feel like it's necessary for a cruiser at tiers 9 and 10 right now in the current meta of the game, and people don't like it when I say the word meta. The word has evolved. It now identifies as the play style by the community for a game. It's very easy to identify. People know what I'm talking about when I say meta, and that is what it is. It's an agreed upon strategy that the community has adopted. My agreed upon strategy is to try and take out that Benson. If I could get the ship down, it's worth the radar use, and we use it right away. I feel like he might hide in smoke or be undetected, and yeah, he's using smoke, okay. So it is good that I did this, so there's no reason for him to use smoke if he knows he's spotted by radar. Hint, you need to just run away. Get as much distance between you and the cruiser as you can identify, and we're doing pretty good damage. Still detecting, because we all know radar detects past islands. No, it doesn't, but in this video game it does. Now, it's already done, and he's going to probably drop off just as we almost kill him, right? The team did a good job. We worked him down. The enemy sent torpedoes. I'm avoiding the torpedoes. I'm trying to support my Fletcher, enhance his power. I'm basically following him. Don't have to put a lot of thought into it. While I'm following him, I, of course, am going to engage targets that I see, and this Bismarck is showing a perfect broadside, so I fire HE and I switch to AP. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have just tried to stick with HE, because now I'm in a position where this isn't really a good ammo type for any target that's visible or invisible, like the destroyers. So I just unload my AP on the enemy battleship. I believe it was a Scharnhorst. Either way, yeah, Scharnhorst. Either way, we load HE back, and I don't really care about you, Bismarck. I use Hydro because the threat of torpedoes, I don't want to accidentally get wiped out because there's so much smoke everywhere. Oh, look at there. Benson, he's making a break for it. Well, I could be aggressive. I want to confirm where those torpedoes are going first. It looks like they're going to hit the island. I could be aggressive and try and rotate around the island to kill the Benson. 66% of your guns is focused on the forward half of the Baltimore, the Des Moines, the New Orleans. It's okay to do this, to stick your neck out a little bit just to get a kill. So I use the front two guns. The back gun wasn't in position. We fire at the enemy Benson. We take out the Benson. Good lead. Enemy Kagero takes torpedoes from a friendly Fletcher. What are you doing, Fletcher? Oh, mutual destruction. Could have traded better, but at least he got the kill. At least it was 1-1. I would have loved that Fletcher to survive. We probably could have taken B with the Fletcher there. And initially I'll go take B for the team. It's going to be so easy. No, it's not, Notser. It's a big mistake to try and go for B when you are visible to the enemy, who have the majority of their team over by A. So they're just going to pelt me. Someone gets the Citadel. I use my heal, and I think twice about this. I think, you know what? Let's go for the battleship. Let's put the island in between my ship and enemies firing on it. So as I move away from the enemies over by A, I'm holding on to my damage control, holding on to it, and then once I see the islands are in the way, I actually put it out. Unfortunately for me, I believe the Scharnhorst has an aircraft overhead, so I'm still detected. But we're going in and out of detection. We're gaining ground on the Scharnhorst. I'm trying to support Ron Burgundy as he goes after the Scharnhorst. I don't know if he used his torpedoes, at least on the side. Probably he did. This is pretty dangerous, of course. And I'm just trying to fire at him. The island is sort of in the way. We do load HE. And is he trying to ram him? I don't know. Either way, the Scharnhorst is taken out. Alright, Burgundy does a good job there. Friendly captures B. Is he going to capture B? Yes, we captured B. 2 bases to the enemy's 1. With this advantage, we don't have to do anything. The enemy has to make a play. And this Hipper is pretty stationary. I don't know what the Hipper's doing. Either way, I'm going to fire on him. Switch to AP. If he remains in the area, we will do damage to him. Enemy, Ron Burgundy, is threatening to do damage. I sort of need to come back and use the islands to block the enemy. Otherwise, I'm going to take a lot of damage. And you got to be very careful. You don't want to over-rotate and have a broadside to your enemy. You sort of want to get as much as you possibly can while they're distracted, and of course use the heal. While they're distracted by torpedoes or a friendly target. And I think he's flattening. I think he's actually flattening. So I'm going to fire my AP at the waterline. And it looks pretty good. It looks very good. Oh, yes, it's very good. 5,000? I'll take that. And I'm still ducking in to this island. So I'm actually getting into a safe position. Enemy Atago is considering going through the gap. Probably not a good idea. It looks like he's bailing out on that. Some enemy ship that has a large arc is trying to hit me as I get into position. This is a tactical Notser. I use my radar because there's just so many people who are hidden. And look at all the people we see. I know I can't fire over the island. I would love to. It's a great position to take advantage of this enemy. And I'm just killing myself because, if I would have been just a hair back from the island, I would have broadside shots. But we don't. So it's not a big deal. Looks like he sent out torpedoes predicting that I would be in the area. That was a logical choice. However, I am not predictable. I'm trying not to be. Now, whenever I move the camera like that, I'm pressing C. I'm cycling the view. You can do it with torpedoes, you can do it with the shells as well. I unload my AP, switch to HE. You've heard this story before. We get 3,300. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I want to be careful, though. Multiple enemies can engage me, and I want to minimize the damage I can take. Again, we don't have to do anything. The enemy has to make a play. I set the target on fire. Enemy Bismarck is firing on my position. Okay. If you want to go, then I'm going to go against you, Bismarck. I would love to set him on fire as well. And you really need to manipulate your enemies if you're a cruiser. You have great utility to support your team, but you can't tank at all. You can't take any damage. You've got to be sneaky. You have to be subtle with your attack strategy. Try to maintain good angling if you can against your attacker. I would like to take the Colorado out, but he's behind the island. Now, I believe I take a shot just out of desperation. I mean, look how low he is. So many battleships have been allowed to survive, and that enemy, Ron Burgundy, is he's pretty far away. Not a viable target. So yes, indeed, we cannot get it over the island. He is too close, but he's taken out. And this enemy Bismarck is headed directly south. It appears he wants to try and take B. And you can notice, as we play with a lead, we don't have to do anything special. just attack the enemies that overextend trying to take points. The Bismarck and the Iowa. I don't have a shot on the Iowa. I do have a shot on the Bismarck. I will try to kill him. I am considering pushing into the Iowa. That probably is a dangerous play, considering there's a giant island right on my starboard side. I can't really maneuver. And I think I will regret it. But this is the part of me that just can't play within my confines. I want the kill. Clearly you're detected, Notser. Clearly he's not stupid. But you go out there anyway. I have AP loaded. I'm trying to angle against the shots that are going to come in. We only do 6,500. 1,600. 6,500. 1,600. 6,500 would have killed him. Here comes the shot. Got to try and maintain and avoid. He does pretty good. 8,000. Not a good trade for me. And I'm trying to get a little too greedy, and I get a little too greedy. That's a legit Notser. This is the worst case scenario. Don't you ever pull a Notser in front of your enemy like this. And he's just chipping away. It's not enough damage with AP. Might as well switch back to HE. Using the heal, of course. He's rotating. Maybe he feels like he's threatened from another angle. We get a little bit of damage. He gets a lot more damage. Again, just a terrible, terrible play by me. That whole engagement didn't work out. I didn't have an advantage in surprise. No surprise attack whatsoever. There was no need to play like that, Notser. So, I regret it. I'm alive, but I should have twice as much health as I do right now. So, the teams are very close. We still have that 2-base advantage, and it has been for a while. So we have probably 250 points on them. We're one ship down in kills. That would give us probably 50 or 60 more. An enemy is capturing B or attempting to. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to engage him. And he's never going to capture B. There's no way we're going to allow him to capture B now. He appears to be showing a broadside, but I don't know how long he's going to. I actually like this. By not selecting AP, the next shot can basically be sent immediately. And it is predictable that he's trying to maneuver. So I made a good choice there, not to switch to AP. He has HE as well, and I'm going to try and angle away. This is the advantage of the steering module. It just is more responsive. You go from no steering to full steering very quickly, and I don't want to run into the Eugen. That would be embarrassing, so I sort of soften the angle. The only way he could fire at me is if he goes through the Eugen, so I am risking the ship with that angle, but he has to fire between a ship. And we're getting a little damage, a little chip damage. I should probably use Hydro. It is a very obvious torpedo scenario for the enemy Atago. He switched to AP. Interesting. We were able to ricochet that. Ooh, even better. And I got AP loaded. He shows just enough side. We could take him on, and I use Hydro just to be safe. So we still have a 2-base to 1 advantage, but the enemy is still 1 ship ahead. Now I'm going to try and stop in order to fire on this enemy Burgundy. And the Burgundy, he's not really showing his side to me. He's sort of stationary at an angle, but we'll see how this works out. Trying to confirm with the Hipper. There is still 1 enemy cruiser unspotted. Don't really know exactly where he is. It is dangerous. And oh man, he is softening this up real good. This should kill him. Come on, kill him. Ah, not enough. Friendly's going to be able to kill him. Good, good. We are tied. Alright, well, I could go into B and try and take out that Hipper. He is just on the edge of the island. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is not allowing a flank shot. He's right at the tip. Just barely. There's no way I can engage him. I still have my radar, though. I saw that there was a smoke cloud in the north side of the map, so the enemy destroyer is not close, but I don't really want to waste the radar, so I use it, and oh boy! Okay, well, this is honestly the worst possible position I could be in. I am probably going to be in between two enemy cruisers. And it's just a mistake. It's just a mistake. I should have used radar earlier, and I should not be this far in. I believe what he's trying to do is drop off before he pushes forward. He knows that I see him, and he is waiting it out the whole time. I could honestly push forward up to the north and engage the destroyer and the enemy hipper, but I felt like he's just going to come through the gap. He's going to show too much of his side, and he's ready. He's really ready. I'm probably showing just a little bit too much of my side. Yep, too much of my side. We citadel him. He citadels us. We do 12,000. He does 10,000. And now it's on. Angle as best as I can. The hipper's right in front of me. This is just not going to work out. Yep, it ricochets along the side. I switch to HE. Enemy Fletcher. Ooh, I think I could kill him. I think I could honestly kill the Fletcher. So I decide, go for the Fletcher. If we could take the Fletcher out, it's going to be much safer for the friendly destroyer. So I just ignore everything, fire directly at the Fletcher. I'm taken out. The Fletcher's taken out. And it's still one ship advantage for the enemy team. However, we have a pretty sizable lead now, because we've had 2 bases to their 1 for most of the game. So the friendly destroyer is spotted because he was firing, and I'm just like, please run away, hide, don't show yourself. And he's holding his fire. He knows what he's doing. He should drop off to the enemy. And for whatever reason, the enemy cruiser that was capturing B left it. His momentum probably carried him outside of B. They probably felt like they could get the kill right then and there. And maybe they could. But now, we still have a 2 base to 1 advantage. And it's ticking. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And look at who we've got. Good fight, but not good enough for YouTube. Next time, Notser. Next time. And of course, I go, I think it's pretty good. I think we win this one, my friend. As long as he plays smart, and there's nothing to say that he's not going to play smart, we win this game. Because the enemy team, tick, 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 tick. Why haven't they gone and captured B? Why haven't they gone and captured C? They're wasting so much time. There's not enough time. I think we've already won it. There's just no way. Their strategy is completely wrong in trying to win the game. They've basically allowed us to have B point for the entire match. So many of the enemy tried and failed to capture it. Every destroyer other than that Fletcher was killed very early on. That Fletcher was really the only solution to capturing B while I was in that area, and I probably could have used radar to take him out. Every destroyer captain should know that Soviet and American cruisers will basically have radar loaded on and ready to go. If you suspect they are anywhere near you, don't go near them. Don't allow them to beat you. So the friendly is just going to run. He's got a minute left. There's absolutely no way the enemy team can catch us. And I want him to play a little bit more aggressively. I want him to go a little bit closer so he gets some torpedoes, maybe get another kill. The team doesn't want that. They just go over to the edge of the map and end the game. So, how did the Baltimore fare? I thought the Baltimore played very well. I made incorrect judgment on different types of ammo, but I think everyone does that from time to time. You just don't know who you're playing. Is this person a good player? Average? Below average? If it's a good player, you probably are not going to get more than 1 AP shot in them. If they're below average, they'll never try and angle away from the damage. So I was happy that we were able to catch out some destroyers and take them out without them retreating to hide for the rest of the match. And we maintained good control over B as a team, which is the reason why we won that match. And I enjoyed this match a lot. as the Baltimore, I was doing a good job for my team. I could have done a better job, but I think I did a good job for my team. We earned 3 kills, 75,000 points of damage done, a even 2,000 base XP. And how often are you going to see that? I did about 50-50 between AP and HE. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing the Baltimore on Sea of Fortune. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.